You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Sunday, December 21st, 2025. The action starts out at 2 a.m. when Jupiter in Cancer forms a square with Chiron in Aries. This is taking place at 22 degrees. If you have any planets or placements around 22 degrees of the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, you're the main characters. Jupiter is the planet of beliefs, our dreams, our goals, and wisdom and justice. And Chiron represents the wounded healer, some of our deepest wounds, our collective wounds, and our continued journey to try to transform, evolve, integrate, and heal those feelings. These two planetary bodies are meeting in a harsh aspect. So this could be a moment where you are struggling with your beliefs, or maybe you feel like you're experiencing a setback regarding a certain goal, or maybe there is just a lot of collective pain and grief unfolding in the world, and it's hitting you hard, and you're considering, what is my role? How can I be useful? How can I be helpful? How can I heal others and even myself in the process? So this is kind of a planetary clash that can kick up this crisis regarding your faith, your beliefs, but it can also prompt you to get involved and to share your own magic and gifts with the collective to help build and create the world we all deserve. Around 7 a.m., the sun enters Capricorn, and we have the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. When the sun is in Capricorn, this is a time where we are using our discernment. In the northern hemisphere, it is a time where it's the longest night of the year, the most darkness. And with more darkness present, we are going to be more discerning about how we use our time, our energy. And this can help us set boundaries, which is very Capricornian. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. So this is an important time to reflect on some of your long-term goals and ambitions, come up with plans, figure out what really is meaningful. If you were to leave this earth a month from now, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want to have done? Some of these bigger questions can come up when we have planets moving through Capricorn. What is your legacy that you wish to leave behind? How can we build new structures and reinvent the current structures and traditions and systems so that we build a world in which we are all free? That is something else that is very important to reflect on as we start having planets move through the sign of Capricorn. The winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, or, just the solstice in general, is a portal. This is a wonderful time to do divination work, spell work, to do a deep cleanse of your house, a closet purge, whatever you intuitively feel called to do. Okay, next up at 5:30 p.m., the moon in Capricorn forms an opposition with Jupiter in Cancer. Every single time this happens for me personally, I'm exhausted. I take too much on. I'm like, oh no, I can handle it. And then I'm beat by the end of the day. So this can really kick up that excitement, but it's that excitement to exhausted pipeline where you take too much on. So just be mindful of not overcommitting and overdoing it. Sometimes this can also look like a moment of celebration and excitement, making progress on your goals, standing up for what you believe in, and even helping you access some of your feelings that you haven't been able to for whatever reason. Now, around 11:30 p.m., the moon in Capricorn forms a sextile with Saturn in Pisces, bringing a grounding energy, helping you focus. If there's something that's tedious that you need to get done, this energy can help you stay committed and see it through. This can help you set boundaries. This can help you have mature conversations. It can help you come up with plans. And it's also a great time to seek advice or guidance from your ancestors, mentors, or someone who you trust and admire. Aries, you are focused on your public reputation, your major life milestones, goals, accomplishments, and even your professional life when the sun enters Capricorn. This can bring a few weeks of an uptick in recognition for your gifts, your talents. Your visibility can increase. Others are taking notice of you and what you have to offer. So this is a great time to advocate for yourself, to ask for a raise, and to shoot your shot. Taurus, important conversations and information are re-highlighted once the sun enters Capricorn. This may even bring you back to some conversations or discussions that started around December 1st. You can experience some sort of progress in the coming days and weeks. This is a longer transit that's also going to encourage more adventure, playfulness, and risk-taking in your daily life. Perhaps you're eager to learn or study something new. Maybe you want to travel. But one thing's for sure, you want to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And you're also feeling hopeful, curious, and optimistic about what the future holds. This would also be a great time to share your expertise, your talents through any type of communication skills, whether it is writing, speaking, publishing. You may also experience a big change in your personal perspective or worldview over the coming weeks. Gemini, you are focused on finances and shared resources, as well as vulnerability once the sun enters Capricorn. This can be an important time for you to have conversations with partners regarding expectations, financially, shared resources, and investments. You could also learn news about a potential contract. And emotionally, this is an important time for you to recognize feelings, memories that have been lingering within your psyche that are taking up too much space that perhaps you're ready to sever ties with and move on from. Cancer, once the sun enters Capricorn, your focus shifts to the important relationships in your life. For singles who are tired of mingling, they may be ready to take an exciting step with a potential partner. Couples could also be pouring more of their effort and energy into their union or relationships, or perhaps someone important in your life requires more of your support and energy if they're moving through some sort of big transition in their life. Now, this can also kick up some potential business opportunities and collaborative projects as well. Also, I'm just going to keep it real. If there are any haters in your life, they may come out of the woodwork over the next coming weeks. Leo, once the sun enters Capricorn, your schedule picks up and gets busier, and it's going to be of the utmost importance for you to streamline your daily habits and routine to maintain your overall well-being emotionally, physically, psychically. You might be taking on a big project or responsibility that's going to require more of your effort and time management. This is also a really important time for you to exert your boundaries and to kick outdated habits and replace them with something healthier. Virgo, once the sun enters Capricorn, you are in a lighter and more playful mood. Your focus shifts to your creativity, reconnecting with the present moment, indulging in your pleasures, hobbies, and activities that make you feel young again and alive. You may also be beginning a creative project or personal pursuit. Romantically speaking, this is a delicious time to put yourself out there if you're single, and couples may also be focused on reigniting the spark in their connection or even exploring some of their pleasures. Libra, your focus turns to your home, your family, as well as the past when the sun enters Capricorn. Over the coming weeks, you could be spending more time with loved ones and your chosen family. It's also possible that you're spending more time at home, or maybe you're redecorating your space or reorganizing your space to bring a deeper sense of comfort. This can also be a powerful time and a sensitive time for you to revisit the past. And you may also be craving more rest and solitude as you decide which pieces of your past are worth keeping and which you are ready to sever ties with. Scorpio, important conversations are had or information is learned once the sun enters Capricorn, and this can especially bring you back to December 1st. Any topics of conversation that were unfolding around that time may become re-illuminated. This is also a busier time for collaborative work, signing contracts, and also spending time with close loved ones and best friends. You may also feel called to learn something new, or perhaps you're event hopping and your social calendar fills up a bit more than normal, but for the most part, you're enjoying these outings. Sagittarius, you are focused on your finances, your livelihood, comfort, and your personal values once the sun enters Capricorn. This can be a busier time for work that can have you reflecting on your budget or even indulging and treating yourself and buying something you've had your eye on for quite some time. Over the coming weeks, you may also be expressing more of your personal values and building up your self-confidence in the process. Capricorn, you are the main character once the sun enters your sign. Your focus is on yourself, your personal needs, your ambitions, initiating new beginnings. This is also going to highlight any topics, themes, or whatever was top of mind for you around December 1st. Important developments regarding some of your one-on-one relationships may also be taking place. And you could also receive some important personal news. You are going to be more magnetic over the coming weeks, and this is a really active and powerful time for manifestation work and co-creation work. So put your thoughts, ideas, and feelings out there and let the universe do the rest of the work. Aquarius, you are wrapping up some cycles once the sun enters Capricorn. This is a powerful time to listen to your intuition, your inner voice, and engage in spiritual practices. Spending time alone can be healing and restorative. And you're also giving an honest reflection of your subconscious and any self-defeating behaviors or habits that have gone ignored for far too long. You're ready to shift and change some of your daily routines and release some of these blocks once and for all. Pisces, your focus is on community, your sense of belonging, friendships, as well as your hopes and dreams for the future once the sun enters Capricorn. This can be a really active time for making progress on some of your goals. Someone or some form of support may show up to help you experience some progress or manifest or materialize some of these dreams into reality. Your social calendar is also probably filling up. You might be busier than ever. And you're also focused on a sense of community and may find yourself eager to contribute or advocate for causes and beliefs that you believe in. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead, a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month, and I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.